Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us for episode 17 of Better Than Heroes.
God.
I'm Rachel Weeks, and I play Klik, the level 5 Tohr-Kreen fighter. We have a couple of quick announcements before we get started. It is September, which means subscriptions are a little cheaper.
Yeah.
So if you're going to sub now, because it's a little cheap. And because people have gifted subs, especially in the last episode, it was super bonkers. We hit 35 subscriptions.
Yeah.
Which means we have a new... What?
It's not showing up. I don't know why.
Oh, the
no.
new emote?
Yeah.
Now
that's so sad. I
Now
know. We're
It
supposed
might
to have
need
last
to
week.
be approved.
We have a new emote, which will be revealed next week on episode 18 of Better Than Heroes.
But we did it. You earned it.
But it's going to be a little Bessner emote, our little K.A.I's familiar hummingbird. Quick reminder, we do have merch available. It's on Teespring. Get yourself a t-shirt or a sticker, and there'll be more of that coming out. So if you don't see merch you like, keep coming back. We'll see if we can get something there for you. But remember, the most important way that you can support the stream is share it. Tell your friends. Share us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Tell your friends that you think might be into it. We'd appreciate it so very much. Thanks for listening.
Totally. Also, we have a Patreon out. We just added a new tier, and at this tier, you can play our new monthly game, which is called Repos and Leads. We just played it yesterday.
New content, expansion.
And it explores side stories in this same game. It's the same living world, and the consequences of the two games ripple into each other. So, like, if you were wondering what happened to those two widower ships that we forced to crash, we found out. We went and saw those. And if you were wondering what happened at the docks after we rescued Goliathan, we explored that yesterday. So it's been super fun, and it's an idea that we're really excited about. So if you want to check out our Patreon, go there. Patreon.com/betterthanheroes. Oh, and my name's Andrew Orvedahl, and I play the human bard flute, the Windrider. Who gives a shit?
Kind of a bard with your weird corpse talking these days.
Yeah.
What's going on there? Anyway.
You're a bardromancer.
Yeah, this dark metal
Necrobard.
You're a necrobard.
Oh man, did you see Necrobard open for Bardomancer? It was incredible. My name is Jordan. I play the Moonboy, a level 5 Moonboy, and I am here as always to shout out Big Top Productions. Big Top. Doing crazy cool things. Keep an eye out for Big Top. They just had that movie release, and I can't remember the name of it, but go to their website and
Kiss Me Kosher.
Kiss Me Kosher.
Whoa.
The Aaron Urist story.
Yeah. Speaking of the Aaron Urist story, I'm Aaron Urist.
I play Aaron Urist.
I play Aaron Urist, who's a K.A.I, level 5 K.A.I, who's a level 5 Aaron Urist. And this week we got a really sweet comment on one of our YouTube videos of one of the episodes. I don't remember which one it was, but they said, found the show when Lou is guesting, and I'm finally caught up from episode 1. So excited for next week. So shout out to you, Sarah. Shout out to you. You get the shout out this week.
Awesome.
If you're in
Thanks,
chat,
Sarah.
say what's up. If not, I'll look real fucking stupid.
No, we
yeah.
appreciate it. And nice comments like that. You know what the comment section on YouTube is like. It's like a minefield of dog shit bombs. And
Yeah.
so if you leave a nice comment, it's doubly appreciated.
Yeah,
It's
if you
the best.
leave a nice comment on YouTube, make sure it's wearing a wire. That's what they say.
Narc comments?
Yeah, it's terrifying in there, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Get me out of here.
Please,
Get me out of here.
Aaron,
Anyway, all right, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch. We're gonna watch the recap. We're gonna watch the intro, and we're gonna play dungeons with or without dragons. So we're doing it.
Oh, it's never not gonna be funny to me. Okay, bye. See you in a second.
Last time on Better Than Heroes, in the city of Fairmaregna, Relic the Dinga's Gunner had gotten into a predicament. He had tried to sell dangerous information and was now being throttled by a stumpman named Garlic. Windrider showed up in the nick of time with a fancy new hat and a skirmish ensued. You attacked him first.
Yeah, because he's a criminal.
Well, regardless, have at you.
Yes.
After Garlic backed down, the crew retrieved Janus Droplet, the sentient ooze, and attempted to sneak away, but it was too late. A set of widower pirates had tracked them down and attacked, but were quickly overcome. The crew hurried back to the Dinger to tell captain and crew what had occurred. How long before the widowers attack our friends again? Will they be able to hold out until Moonboy's shoes are ready? Will Relic finally stop being a total wang? Find out next time on Better Than Heroes!
All right, here we go. We're doing it. We're here. We're live. It's happening. Our sound is on. Things are wonderful. So we find the full party, the whole crew, hanging out at this point after spending this day out and about, causing quite a lot of mayhem. But now you all are all back at your ship together. It's docked. It's been worked on. And it's being worked on. Repairs have been done, and it's kind of you're remaining hidden here in your dock on Fairmaregna. And if you all would like to take a long rest, I believe this is the time to do it. So as the night was winding down for you all, after you came back post this chaos, and you've kind of just been hanging out on the ship. So if the non-sleeping members of the party want to keep watch, we're going to start tonight off with some real exciting sleep.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I don't want to go
I'm
to
not
sleep.
sleeping.
Yeah. He wants to go outside. I remember that the Moonboy was not there for our little nosh there when
Yeah.
we got back. I want to go find the Moonboy. I apologize. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Cool. Well, then let's
He's going to find the Moonboy.
before we do that, as you all are kind of like prepping for, your nighttime watch and such, Klik, you,
Yeah, I'm looking for the Moonboy. Is he in our?
hold
in
on
the
just a
hold where
second.
our
Another
hands are?
scene started while you were gone.
Oh,
Hold on,
God,
a tiny little
dang
moment.
it. Sorry.
I'll get there. No, it's okay. You noticed that Goat did not come to dinner, and you all have had this kind of like emotional sharing here and there. And as you are doing the usual prep you do, kind of like the routine for you to start watch, she comes out of the cabin from below, and you haven't seen her all day, which is odd for her, even when the downtime has happened at different ports here and there. She's still kind of pretty active about maintaining the ship. And she comes up to you once you're kind of like, you could tell she's been waiting here, and kind of not in the shadows, but just waiting for the moment where she can get you alone. And she walks up to you and she goes, "Hey, I've been thinking about what you said about, Goliath being an intergalactic criminal and everything.
Sure.
And I want to offer you the position of bosun of the ship."
Are you vacating it?
I don't want to get off the ship here because of the whole, crime that you all have been doing, and the whole being pursued by the Meridian Tract and the criminal faction of the Widowers and stuff, but I don't want to work on the ship anymore. So, I figured I'll just hang out here until we go to the next place, and then I'll pop off. But I don't want to do this anymore. So, but the ship needs a bosun, and you seem next in line. So, I'm sure if I recommended you to the captain, he'd do it.
Have you told Captain Goliath then?
No, I wanted to talk to you first.
This makes me sad.
Makes me
You're
sad too.
leaving the crew.
Yeah. I mean, I've said my piece, and you all continue with the shenanigans. So, I'm not being listened to, and
I don't know. I feel like we've defended ourselves.
sure.
I don't, it doesn't... Okay, well, I don't want you to be unhappy.
I mean,
I would be honored to fill your Goliath shoes.
good. I mean, I don't really like wearing shoes that much, but I do wear boots when it's safe to do it. When it, would provide more safety. Anyway, that's not the point.
Shoes are practical at times.
Yeah.
As someone who never wears shoes.
Yeah. I think there's some sort of lesson there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, well, I want you to have this. And she pulls out a whistle that is carved out of stone. And Goat goes, it's useful to me from time to time when I don't want to yell but need to make myself known. Might be a little tough for you to use, but
I'm fully confused with how to operate a whistle. I have no apparent mouth. What I do have is covered by a metal translator. But I try and mask my confusion as much as possible. Thank you for your very generous gift. And then I put it around my head and like a little tiara.
It's not very big, so it might just go up.
It's
on the
This is
is
the use I have found for it.
She looks and realizes her mistake too, and she's like, maybe K.A.I can do something with that. I'm sorry.
No, I'm delighted.
Okay, good. Good.
Your gift is very welcome.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. This isn't I still like you. I just don't want to get arrested or die or contribute to what I view as immoral activity. So, I don't fight.
Well, I'm sorry to have pushed you from your home. It was not ever our intention.
I know that. And she kind of
we will have to make the best of the few weeks we have together.
She says, that sounds nice. And she kind of reaches down to hug you, which is quite the delicate act as she's huge and you have a bug body. But she still manages to do it pretty well.
Cute. Should we hug? Should we roll for a hug?
Probably, yeah. I was just we usually do.
We've been rolling for hugs.
They're so good when it's a nat 20,
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled. What'd you get?
4.
Well, I got a 15, so...
Okay, so it was a middle to bad hug.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because you've got 4 arms. You think
I'm
really,
trying so hard. I'm really
embrace.
trying. She was really putting the energy into the hug in all the wrong places.
Yeah, and maybe Klik had a drink in her hand or something.
Her arms are, she has the whistle, and her arms aren't very long, and there's a lot of, but then there's 4 of them. It's...
Yeah, Goat doesn't.
It's really
she
an
doesn't have
awkward
work
middle
with
school dance type of hug.
We're gonna need to make an alternate hug stat for this game.
Yeah.
that we gain proficiency in.
Yeah, a new skill at the very bottom. Hug.
Yeah, I like that. Which you should get advantage on because you have 4 arms.
I am so good at hugging. I should
would
be.
think.
Advantage on hug checks
Okay,
with
okay.
K.A.I.
Canonically,
But as a
Like,
society,
hasn't
do they
practiced
do that
hugger.
much hugging? Like,
No.
it might be alien to them.
Super not a touchy, not an
Fair.
affectionate touch type
Yeah.
of place.
Okay.
So,
let me, as you know, let's take this out of the game. I'll make a ruling now that you don't get advantage, but I'll go back and sort through the rules and then make a call later.
Also,
check-
like my charisma is quite low, and that feels like that should affect my hug ability.
Well, dexterity's in there somewhere, so.
Yeah, my
Sure.
dexterity's great.
cold exoskeleton wrapping around.
Okay.
Feels like stepping on a cicada shell. That's like hugging.
And who doesn't want that
a
all
little.
around their body?
A little crunch to it.
People chase that sensation.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, and you all give me shit for being the gross one with the Janice stuff.
No one
Just
has
a
said
grosser.
flesh yet.
Just
Yeah.
a crispy, rattly hug, like you're putting away Halloween decorations.
Just like Grandpa.
Okay, okay.
All right.
Flute, you're going for
Moonboy.
Moonboy.
Yeah, I went into the hold where our hammocks are, and I'm seeing if Moonboy's in there.
Cool, absolutely. Roll an investigation check, and Moonboy, you can decide wherever you want to be, but if he does well on the investigation check, he kind of gets a hint on where you are, and if he doesn't,
Sure.
he can't
Don't
find
worry,
you.
I didn't. I got a 7.
Okay, cool. So you are just putzing around, looking in all the usual barrels, and cannot find Moonboy in any of them.
Well, I will say you don't see him, but he is in his barrel.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Okay, cool.
I would look in the barrel. Is there a lid on the barrel?
I think reasonably you would look in the barrel. There
Yeah.
there is a lid on the barrel,
You
but
sleep
you
in
know
a closed barrel?
you know that I like my privacy.
like
you sleep.
tilted?
Oh, you sleep in an open barrel for everyone
Sleep
to
at
see.
all.
For everyone to see the things you do in your barrel.
Yeah, I'll peek in there.
Well, the lid is closed, but you do know
okay.
historically that if you knock, there's a little eye hole.
Oh, okay. I'll give a kind of a soft knock. I'll be like, "In there, Mr. Boy."
He says, "Somebody's in here, occupied."
Mr. Dinner, I could go grab you a bit of something. Put it
Don't
to the
want
hole.
dinner. I've got dinner in here. I ordered in. It's all in here. It's a big feast. It's the best dinner I've ever had.
You see Besner like floating around like with an empty tray like out of the room. Yeah.
Oh shit! Kai's door dashing.
I also think he's probably lying, and he has like a apple core in here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just kind of sit on the wall next to the barrel, kind of awkwardly, at a kind of at a loss for words.
So after a minute or two of doing that, you hear the little eye hole open up, and he goes, I know, I say. I told the captain when I showed up on the ship that I didn't remember anything of the before times. And that's true, I don't, in my waking hours, remember anything before waking up on the deck of the Dinger. But I do dream about it quite often. And I dream of a place there are lots of people like me. And there's a great moon that rises as a sun might rise on another planet. And then it's gone. And all of the planets, and all of the moon boys and the girls, they all spin off in different directions. And they all die out there. Well, except for me, apparently. And then when I wake up, there's, usually burn marks and usually blasted my pillow. I wasn't always like this. And it's all because they lied to us, Windrider. They said that the moon was fine. And it would never go away. And they lied to us. The moon moms and the moon dads. And now I don't know where they are, or where I am, or where the moon is. But I know that it's still out there. Do you know why I know that?
What's that?
And he takes the lid off, and he says, "Look." And he
I think
invites
I'm
you
right at your level. I'll be
to
like
look
right at your
in the barrel.
face level. Yeah.
No, you have to look in the barrel.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I'll get up.
Yeah.
I'll look in the barrel.
Wait, Jordan, will you say that one more time, though? That very last bit that you just said?
And he
What is
he takes. You hear the lid scrape off, and he says, "Look."
Yeah, I'll get up. I'll take a look in the barrel.
And spring snakes pop out of the barrel. He shoots you in the face with seltzer. No, I'm kidding.
It would be pretty good. Pretty good bit, Moonboy.
It's a real banana cream pie. And he
Wild shape into a foam snake.
and he you look into the barrel, and the Moonboy is holding this little plant, and it's this little. It looks like almost like a succulent or something, but it glows with this strange blue-green energy.
Is this from your world then?
Yes, I think so. And I think as long as it's alive, then the moon is out there somewhere. Plus, I could still talk to the moon through my hat. But I'd like to find it, I suppose, and that's why I don't hold any quarter with liars. Do you know? Relic was out there, and he was running his mouth, and he said that he was, this big shot, and he put all of our asses on the line. And then, when it came time to take responsibility for it, he tried to shuffle it off onto our captain. I was on the fence with this dude. And I'm over the fence, baby.
Flute's been struck by the rare good idea. I've kind of been like staring off into space. I'll be like,
You know something? Half the people here in Firmaregna are plant people. If anyone knows about plants, it'd be one of these lots shuffling around. Why don't you take this plant into Firmaregna? See,
You can't... Windrider, you can't tell anyone about the plant.
All right, just a suggestion.
No one can know about the plant. This is a secret. This is a covenant between you and I. I'll also share another secret with you, Windrider. I am the Moonrider. That's right. Got the idea. When you tossed me that hat, I said I could put this on, and it's a different hat. And you know how sometimes someone changes a hat and you're like, oh, someone new walked into the room, but then it's just the same person in a different hat? That's what I'm trying to do. I call it a lie.
You were a natural.
Thank you. Don't tell anybody about the plant or the legendary Moonrider.
I'll give you I'll wink my one remaining eye at you.
Did I blink? Did you blink?
I've got an eye patch here, so.
I can't tell if you're blinking or winking.
It was a wink. It was a wink.
Nice. Cool. Okay. Thank you, Windrider. I feel better. Tell no one. And he closes the barrel. And you hear it seal from the inside, weirdly.
Sloop.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you doing anything else?
Yeah,
You're
I'll
just
climb
hanging
into
there?
my hammock and I'll lie there for a while contemplating this little magic glowy plant. And then I'll go to sleep, I guess.
Cool. As you are, before you fall asleep, you hear the door open a little bit, and you kind of just like, open your eye for a second to see who's coming in. And it's jarring for a moment as you see your Shook, the widower that you spoke to in death, walking through the door. And it's like a spook of sorts. But you quickly see that Shook is holding a barrel under his right arm. And it's a pretty big barrel. And so it's clearly Janice, the sentient ooze that can change forms into the things that she eats, and she ate Shook. And she kind of like waves at you to see if you are still awake.
Yeah, I'll be like fumbling around for my scimitar like below my bunk and trying not to like flip out of the hammock. And then I'll realize like who it is. I'll be like,
God's ooze, what is it? What are you skulking about in here?
She says, "May we speak?" And kind of like,
Can we just speak right here?
let's, I'm gonna find out if she knows the Moonboy is there or not. Okay. She's like, she looks around and she goes, "Sure." And she walks in and closes the door behind her. And actually, yeah, Jordan, can the Moonboy do it's like a passive deception or a passive stealth check. It's just like,
see if he snores or not.
yeah. I assume that.
Honestly, I think the Moonboy is in here to get away from people, so he's hiding, more or less.
Truly, yeah. I think it's
Sure.
more of like, and you can always decide if you want to make yourself known, but this is more of like, she's not really looking for anybody. She's just more of
Oh, that is a natural one.
Okay, cool.
Or on my special, special dice.
A
Little fart.
Absolutely, that's exactly what happens. As soon as he thinks Windrider's gone, you hear, thank God.
Tiny little butthole.
In a sealed barrel? Good God, Moonboy! Good God!
You just pop the eye hole out and let.
Yeah.
Now, there's a different separate hole for farting.
There's some... Oh, God.
And when she hears that, she looks over at the barrel and she goes, "I would like to speak to you alone, please."
Fine.
I'll get up out of my hammock. I will put my new vest back on. I'll shimmy into that, and I will strap on my belt with my scimitar and my dagger, and I'll follow her out.
Okay, cool. She gestures toward a storage room that's empty right now. It's kind of like on the same deck that you're on, and it has like a couple of like barrels of preserved foods here and there. It's kind of like a pantry, so if you want to pop into that pantry with her, she's just kind of like requesting privacy with you.
Okay. I will stand next to the pantry door and kind of give her one of these gestures that she can walk in first, and I will stand next to the door.
Okay, she'll take that, and so she kind of steps in and looks at you, and she goes, "As these when I consume a being's body, if it is not dead, I gain insight into its thoughts. If I do it quickly, I get less information, and if they are dead, I get less information as well. Why don't these widowers like you? Because I have eaten them, and I have slivers of their consciousness, and they do not like you."
Well, I suppose because I joined up with them and then I broke that deal and ran off.
Ah, so you break
Maybe.
deals.
Stubbed a few toes on the way out.
So you're a deal breaker. You often break deals?
Well, when it's with a gang of murders like the Widowers, yeah, right?
But we do murders. We have established this. I'm so confused, and I do not want to cause problems for you, but it seems like you are a problem causer.
I'll kind of shrug because I kind of take that as a compliment. Like, I'm like, oh, a problem causer. Maybe things are on the upswing. Yeah, I'll give her a kind of a shrug.
Right,
Okay.
maybe I am.
I really like being with this crew. And if I am in a position where I have to choose between keeping the crew together and you, I am certain of the decision I would make.
Is that a threat, Ooze?
No, it's another deal.
Well, Ooze, newsflash, you're not part of this crew, and I am.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm barely certain. What's your role here in the crew? Because I'm a plunderer. I've got a title here, and I was hired. I've got a contract in Goliath's keep. What are you? Your
I'm
cargo,
still-
Ooze. Your cargo.
She kind of like looks down at the barrel and is you can it's that feeling where like she argues against it, but you can tell that you hit something, and she goes, regardless of my title, I am still here. We'll see which one of us is here last. And with that, she kind of like takes her barrel and brushes past you, and continue and just like walks out of the room and away
Good
from you.
D. That's some good D&D right there.
Yeah, I'll watch them.
Her, she goes by her
go.
now.
That's
yeah,
right, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah. With the moniker of Janice, she has referred to herself as her a couple of times now. Yeah. Even though she is in Shook's form, she's still yeah.
I want to get Janice a jacket that says, "You ooze, you lose."
Yeah, after a beat, after she's gone, I guess I'll go back to my hammock and take all my stuff off and climb back in.
Cool. All right. Anything anybody else wants to do before the evening is up?
I'm gonna take the whistle to K.A.I, and I'm gonna. I assume you're in the kitchen or something.
Absolutely.
I'll hurry down to the kitchen and I'll present K.A.I with this whistle and say, "What is this?"
Oh. I will take a look at it. Does it appear to be magical?
You can do an Arcana check on it.
I would love to do that.
Goat gave it to me, and I don't know what it does.
Yeah, Tohr-Kreen aspirate
I don't
out
know
of their butts, I think.
What it is. I
10.
don't know how to make it work.
It is not magical.
It's not magical.
It's important to Goat. Is it a Goliath thing? It's so small.
Can I tell anything about its provenance?
You can do a history check.
I will do that and hope that I roll better.
I love that this whistle is a great mystery.
That is a little bit better.
Without mouths or lungs.
Yeah, for both of us. Like, what is it?
You don't have lungs?
Can't
The Tohr-Kreen
make
don't
it
have
go.
lungs?
I mean, I don't have a mouth. I
You
don't
have
think
a
I have.
mouth, don't you?
I think
I
bugs.
have
No,
like.
you've got mandibles.
You
and
just
you
don't
I
can
don't
have
think
elves.
I can like blow air.
I think bugs literally have like a system of bladders through their sides.
Yeah,
God.
I think
I
the
think they
only
breathe
way
through their butts. Is the
Yeah.
grim truth about this whistle?
I could fart the whistle into action. It's the only way to make
Give
this
it a
whistle
little
go.
Man. All the pages of
You can
of
consider that
D&D
attuned.
manuals.
18.
there is no history, like in your exploration of the universes and your vast knowledge of just like soaking in books very easily and things people tell you, you have this ability to learn languages very quickly. You've come across absolutely nothing that associates a whistle with any sort of Goliath culture. But with an 18, that nothingness kind of connects a piece of your brain that's like, and you look at the whistle a little bit more, and it's hand carved out of stone. It's like kind of crude, and you just realize that like Goat made it.
It's her macaroni necklace.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Okay.
It looks like Goat made this herself to me. It looks,
Well, it is
vaguely...
precious to me too.
I imagine that it is, and I will give it back.
I puzzled by what it is. I just assume it's a poorly formed face. Like I Klik's not super accustomed to jewelry or like any sort of adornments, so I think she's just like, no, it's jewelry, and just ties it around her neck, and it's a necklace now.
Yes, great. And just I realize that there is some ambiguity here. It is not a flute as in like, or like a whistle as in like a flute-like whistle that is like long and you can play. It is a whistle like a coach's whistle.
Like a soccer whistle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Just like one tone.
Out of
Yeah.
curiosity, if I spun it real fast, would it make a whistle sound?
Ooh, do a
Is that
dexterity
whistle
check.
science?
Yeah.
I don't think that's whistle science
That
at all.
you make the wind go over it, right?
Yeah.
It's whistle
like a
science.
bell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I rolled a 19, which I think is a 22.
Okay, yeah. So as you
whistles work,
as you and
Jordan.
Kai
That's how
as-
whistles work.
as you and Kai are playing with it in the kitchen and trying to kind of like figure out exactly what it is, you like get mad and shake it a little bit, and you just hear that like tiny little tone, and then you and Kai together are able to put this together, and you're like, wait, and so you tie it to a piece of string that you have, and are able to like, and it does not sound like what a whistle sounds like, but you can hear a tone be produced that you're like, oh, this stuff, even if it's not, it still is kind of like nice. It's this little like, yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
A whistle. That is now my understanding of a whistle.
yeah.
I know. I wear it around my neck. Likely
Cool.
to be a projectile later.
Yeah, so you
Can
can
you
just easily fashion it into this little
Cool. I'm excited.
necklace. Yeah. Are you still wearing the tooth bracelet too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are
Human tooth-
between your
human
feather.
tooth bracelet, and I have the big feather, and we're collecting things.
You're
Yeah.
adorned.
I like it.
I know Klik really likes like things. I think she likes things. She doesn't
Yeah.
really get it, but like likes having them.
Can I
'Cause
try
they seem
to
important to people.
Can I try to alter the translator so that it could make a little puff of air that could potentially blow this whistle?
Do we know that's how to
Absolutely.
operate it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna give me a little like wind.
A whistle
Yeah.
button.
Yeah. After watching her swing it around, you're like,
That's
got
sad.
it. So you can take some. And you know how like musical instruments work, so now it's finally like it connecting. So you can take some of your tools, then and you, Klik, are not quite sure if these are kitchen utensils that Kai is using or like actual tools, and get in there on this translator that this big bug woman has, and
Just
Klik,
hold
sorry.
still for a moment.
Get in there.
So just take a second.
Yep. So do your Arcana check, I believe. We talked about this, and I always forget because you have Tinkerer's tools that are like specifically
Yeah,
for magical
I think
tinkering.
it depends what I'm trying to do,
Yeah.
but we've been
This is definitely straight up magic.
okay.
Yeah.
22.
20. Oh boy.
Ow!
It has a slider too. Like you're able to
I
get in
can
there.
change how fast it goes.
Yeah, you can change like how hard you are
keyboard
blowing
cleaner?
on it. Yeah.
It's got a spit valve on it.
Yeah, nice.
But it's on
Valve is actually insanely helpful for Klik.
it's on
Literally,
the
how she makes weapons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Incredibly valuable.
yeah.
You are now whistle compatible.
So you can now take this whistle and put it up to the translator that's on your mouth and blow out
I
of it,
think
yeah.
it's off center a little bit. and
Yeah,
it
it's like
blows out
here.
of- out of my-
Cool. Yeah. Yes, like a jaw harp, like people yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Anybody want to do anything else before they go to bed?
Did you have something else for me to identify? Or was that somebody else?
I don't think so. I
Maybe it was.
think
No,
we already
okay.
went through the teeth on my bracelet.
Cool. All right. Well, you and Kai can take your watches out here on the ship, and you, the rest of the crew kind of like nestled up inside there. And I need you all to both roll perception checks. In the watch of the night, as the town of Firma Regna, pretty lively at night, going into things, and you all can hear just like the chirp of the night that's going throughout, and it dies down pretty quickly to just kind of like a dull hum, as there are definitely people still out in the late hours of the night, making nocturnal bug noises. You're familiar. And the first part of the evening goes by no problem as you all are hanging out. And what are the perception checks for you all?
I rolled a 14, which is an 18 with my modifier.
Great.
I got a 9.
All right, cool. So
What do your bug eyes see?
Like
Kai, you
40
might-
things.
Kai, you might be kind of distracted because with Goat not participating in her bosun duties, there's a bit of untidiness around the ship that you might be a bit focused on.
Quite.
And but Klik, you're up out front, and you see a small humanoid just walk up to the door, this kind of like open door here, and then walk away.
On the ship or no?
No, at this. So you all are inside of this dome, this like mossy organic lid, and there is a kind of like entryway. That's like hiding your ship. There is an entryway. Yeah, and it has kind of like a film over it, like that you go into a freezer or something. Those like
Sure.
loose hanging things, and a humanoid just kind of like steps through it and then steps back out.
Okay. Do I recognize anything about this person?
You can do a what'd you roll in your perception check? Let's just use that. You got a 18. You do not recognize them as someone you know, but you do recognize them as a vine humanoid that you have learned since you've been on this planet. That is called a Vinia, is the name of the ancestry here. And they walk through, and they just kind of like look around and then walk out. They are not wearing any sort of like clothing that you would recognize as like a sigil of anything. And with that 18, like nothing, you've heard the Meridian Tracks uniform to be described as like sleek black uniforms with different like bars of color signifying their rank. And you don't see any of that on this creature, but it walks through and then walks out.
Okay.
Cool. If you're good with that, then the rest of the night goes totally unbothered, and you were fine. You keep an eye on it, and maybe even like if you go poke around, it seems like no one's hanging out. You're ready to be bothered through that, and nothing happens, and the buzz of the morning starts to happen, and the first one up this morning is Relic, kind of up and about and like looking like he's recovered from the beating he took. You can see his nose is just like a tiny little bit crooked. and he walks out and up to you, Klik, and he's like, "All right, hell yeah, what are we doing today?"
Well, we have to get Moonboy's shoes. And then we have to get on our way.
Sick. Wait, do we have one more day? He's like,
Do we have one more day?
you have one more day. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, so
let
you
us
will be
fast
able.
forward.
Passage of time.
You,
It all runs together.
let's all
Another
go
long
back
rest.
to bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend all day watching TV. What are you talking about? No one would ever do that. So. Yeah, he's like stoked. He's like, "What do we? Let's go out and about on the town. What are we doing today? You guys, like, what do we? What's up? What's up? What's the move?"
We have to be careful. There's a lot of people looking for us.
Yeah, but we've been slamming them all. Who cares?
Don't you think you've gotten in enough trouble? You haven't
Yeah.
slammed anyone.
Fair.
Dang.
Fair. Well, maybe if we took the ship out, then I could, be fully armed and ready
You
to
just wanna
go.
Walk through town with a live ballista.
I mean, that sounds great, honestly. Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we
Okay.
need to play this one careful. We have 2 more days on this ship, and we need to get out of here alive.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I mean, we're still alive.
Yeah. No thanks to you.
He kind of is like, fine. And he is just looking at you grumpily and just doesn't really get it. He doesn't really understand. And he
Yeah.
walks back down into the cabin. And then you see Cobble. And at this point, I imagine all of you are kind of like out and about on deck. Let's put us in the kitchen as we
Yeah,
are.
Kai's
Yeah,
preparing breakfast.
sure. Yeah.
What's for breakfast?
What's for breakfast?
I just
Quiche.
like hearing it.
Quiche.
Yeah, it's quiche today.
Oh, yeah.
Relic's like, oh, damn it, I hate quiche.
Relic.
Ulysses
mean-
given to
You did it. You did this to punish me, didn't you, Kai?
You've never
like-
said you hate quiche before.
Who hates quiche?
Okay, well, I just assume you're still mad at me. I'm just projecting.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not bearing a grudge or anything. You did kind of blow it.
Honestly, that makes me feel better. I disagree about the blowing it. Well,
It's not personal.
okay.
I
well,
take issue with the fact that you went out and sort of, were a little bit too free with information that you shouldn't have been. I mean, do you want me to go over it again? I can.
Yeah.
No, we've done it. We've done it. I get it. You don't have to rub it in. I get it. I just don't. And he kind of like grumbles and puts quiche in his mouth and walks away. And Cobble walks in wearing all black. She has changed her robe to an all
Meridian
black robe.
tract!
No, just kidding.
Yeah,
Has she ever
Windrider.
worn this outfit before?
Never. You've never seen her in it, and she's holding a candle.
Oh God.
The Moonboy screams.
Oh,
It's the ghost of Cobble.
She looks behind her quickly, and she's like, "Oh, no, sorry, I'm just preparing
for what?
my own death."
Weird.
Oh. I thought you were already kind of doing that.
Yeah, I feel it's closer, so
Well, of
I'm just
course
gonna,
it's
like-
closer. It's closer than it was yesterday. It's closer now, and now, and now. That's
I mean,
just
technically, that's true.
time.
Does death require a costume change?
yes, Cobble says. Yeah,
What about the
I need to
candle?
prepare.
What's the significance of the candle?
I hope that it will remain burning for a while after I die.
We have to babysit this candle for you?
Yes, and she like places it on the middle of the table and then like grabs a handful of quiche unceremoniously and walks out. Yeah.
Klik takes this very seriously.
Wow.
And guards
It's
the candle.
not. Yeah,
Is the candle lit currently?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can we put is there like one of those glass things that you can put on either side with the hole on
no.
the top?
It's
You know what I mean?
you don't have to do that. She's not going to die if the candle goes out, and you don't need a costume change to die. People die in their work clothes all the time. Moonboy seems strangely grim.
Well, everyone's in a mood this morning.
I'm
Girl,
sorry.
Goliathan walks in his hat and boots on, and he goes, "Well, I'm in my work clothes. What's going on?"
Oh no.
And he comes up and like grabs. He's like, "Ooh, quiche," and eats it. Yeah, that's nice.
Surely
Captain.
nobody's ever died eating quiche.
He kind of jokes. He's like, "Why? Is there something wrong with this?"
There's nothing wrong with the quiche.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. And he
That's all right.
gestures.
I'm sorry I snapped.
He's like, "Well, another day, just hanging out on the ship, trying not to cause trouble, and doing a whole lot of nothing." And he like
Where's-
tips his hat.
Okay, can we just... I'm sorry, can we... Chat just said someone has a case of the moon days, and I gotta... Come on. Come on, that's very good.
Right.
Very good.
Chat, you've done it again.
Now for breakfast, lasagna.
So now we need fan art of the Moonboy tucked in a box with a blanket over
With a
his
blanket
head.
over his
And
head.
it says
Oh,
Moon
that's
Days
so
under
cute.
it.
I'm way ahead of you.
By Jim Davis.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Goliathan is Jim. Like, wait, no, John. There we go. Fuck.
John.
Nah,
Yeah.
sorry about that Garfield flub.
Unbelievable.
It's cool
How
that
could
you didn't know it, so congrats. I'm jealous of you. Is Janice in the galley right now as we're all sitting around eating?
This is
no.
the new normal.
Okay, all right.
No,
I'm leaving?
No more.
No, it's good. It's good. We deserve this.
Yeah.
Jokes are odious.
End the episode.
Yeah.
End the
we're done.
episode. Blackout.
Yeah, you all need to go to comedy.
It's a problem.
We are all in deep
This is
pain.
fermented inside of us, and now
This-
it's leaking out of our mouths.
This does feel like a
Garfield
doctor
puns.
tapping an X-ray that's like the jokes are building up here, and if you don't get them out,
They're gonna come out as puns.
Yeah, they're bad.
They're working their way into the D&D stream.
Got a bad case of wordplay festering here.
My God.
Oh, Bob,
Okay. Janice is not in the gang.
Doing okay, everybody.
Where's Goat?
oh yeah, where is Goat? Is Goat
She
here?
hasn't been. She's usually the first up. I haven't seen her.
She walks in a onesie. I mean, she's like usually wearing a onesie, like usually in this kind of like these like coveralls, but this time it's like clearly pajamas.
These are Jimmy Jams.
And she just goes, "Hey guys," and grabs like as much. I assume there's not just one quiche. I assume there's like a couple quiches.
No, there are multiple quiches of different varieties.
I didn't want to
Do
assume,
not
but
underestimate the amount of quiche.
I assume
Guys,
every time
prepare to
there's a meal, it's just like a full Miyazaki spread.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
She just scoops a portion of it in her arm like a child and then just like walks out of the room with it too.
Goat, wait!
Oh, okay.
Goat!
Right. She comes back in with
I
a
hold the
mouthful.
whistle up to my cheek and blow.
She spits. She's like so surprised. She spits out some of her food. She's like, "Oh, I didn't think you'd be able to. It was just like sentimental, but you like, did Kai make you
did
lips? Did he
I
make you
gave
lips?
me lips
Wow. Okay.
for blowing.
Oh no.
She looks. This is probably the most cheerful you've seen her in a bit. She's like, I like that.
I saw that you had crafted this wonderful little item, so figured she might as well be able to use it.
Well, that's great. That's just, I'm glad you all have something to remember me by. And she walks out. Just,
It's something to remember you by.
enjoy the day.
You know, when she leaves the room. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget people exist when they leave the room.
Is she? Why is everyone preparing for their own death?
It's just
Goat
that.
says she's leaving the ship.
What?
Is Goliathan still in the room with us?
Nope.
Okay.
Goat says she's leaving the ship. She doesn't like that we're fighting. She doesn't like that there's crime and danger around. And so she wants to leave.
What have we done? Crime is such a subjective word.
We've
Not in
typically
both
acted in
lands.
self-defense.
That's what I said. We
did-
protected each other.
We did murder
She doesn't see it that way.
a couple of guys, but they were bad guys.
They attacked us.
Exactly.
Well, we attacked back. I think
Better.
Goat,
We did.
I think Goat
She doesn't like
it.
fighting.
She doesn't like it at all. She would prefer we run away. Which
I'm
is
speechless.
cowardly, but I like Goat. Even though she's a coward.
There is no cowardice in seeking peace, Klik.
And
We should all seek peace.
with that, you hear Relic yelling, "Fight! Fight!" And
God.
he comes running in, like you hear him yelling and like running down below deck where you all are, and he's like, there are bad people here. Well, let's do a fight." He says like just super stoked, and he's like, I'm gonna go get in the thing, the ballista, the ballista shoots, it bolts. I remember, and then he like runs out of the room.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm wearing my stuff, but I'll put all my stuff on and
I'm not dressed
Can-
for a
Head out.
fight.
Harlan, can I ready an action in that as Relic says this, the Moonboy gets kind of a worried look on his face, and he starts to glow a little bit. And if shit's actually gonna go down, he's gonna release his starry form.
Cool. Yeah, you're like holding this for if you.
I would like to, I would like to prepare that action, and the trigger being combat.
Cool. Okay, cool. So if you all kind of like, Klik, you grab your Githka.
Yeah.
You're holding the starry form. Y'all are ready. Maybe Flute runs and gets his armor. His newly cleaned, de-blooded armor.
I think when Moonboy is in this kind of like excited state and he's holding the starry form in, he gets the hiccups. So he's like,
just like light kind of like hiccup out
Absolutely.
every time. Cool.
and out of his ears and his eyes, and he's like, uh-oh, 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 oh, my tummy, I've got a tummy ache. Uh-oh,
Deal with it after.
I know.
So cool. As you all walk out on board, you see two vine humanoids, and Klik, you immediately recognize their forms. It was kind of like dark the night before, so I wouldn't say it's like 1-to-1 of you knowing whether or not one of these was the people you saw, but you see two vine humanoids, each holding spears, and there is a vine humanoid standing behind them, which you all would know as Vinia, and the vine humanoid standing behind them is wearing very ornate robes of like many different fabrics, kind of like almost braided together. It looks more elegant than like a patchwork quilt or something, but it has a similar like change of color throughout. And you've seen many of these vine humanoids on the planet, and this one looks like nothing you've seen before, as her body seems to be full of water too. Like she is made of do you all know?
She's hydroponic.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Sweet.
Do you all know what riverbank grapevines are? The like
Of course.
the like
Google it.
big brown vines that have like bit strands that come off them. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe it's
I kind of do.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah, I could
Picture it.
Now
Yeah.
I do.
Great. And so, yeah, the other Viney boys the Vinia are like very small, more like ivy. And the one standing in the middle that's like full of water too, is made of like these very thick, strong vines that are like twisting all about her, making up her body. And they are just standing kind of like looking at your ship.
So they're
But
not on
on the
deck?
ship.
They are not on the ship. It seems like they have
Okay.
walked in from this doorway, and there are a bunch of like workers, like different humanoids from Arena who have been working on the ship, who have all backed away from them and are not doing their
see?
work, and just like along the edges here, and are just like out of the way.
I'm going
I
to
will-
quickly get on the horn with Goliath and pull out the walkie-talkie and say, Captain, we may have some trouble.
Yeah, do you want me to get the helm? Get to the helm, in case we need to bolt.
Wait, but
Possibly.
What's
Maybe
the move?
it's something we can. I
Wait,
don't
wait,
know who these
wait,
people are. It might be
Windrider.
something we can talk
Talk to them.
You go talk to him. I'll hold the helm, and if there's trouble, just stay on the ship so we can bolt.
Okay.
What's that, Mr. Boy?
I'll be
go-
putting
go
on my
talk-
cool new hat.
Go talk to them.
Well, don't leave the ship.
Well, yes, just stand on the edge and talk to them.
Right.
Give them one of your speeches. And the Moonboy's gonna sneak away and put on his hat.
Yeah. I'll hop up on the railing.
Sure.
Hopefully not eat shit over the side, and and put like a hand on my sword and kind of look down and be like,
What business do you have with us?
And when you
and I'll kind of look around for Moonboy like I don't know what to say.
Just don't.
Yeah, you're
push
good.
it.
I will actually put my hand on on the Windrider's arm, and I will stealthily inject him with a little bit of serum, and I will cast enhance ability.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was sleep.
Yeah, give him those
That's
toxic
how I think it
steroids.
works.
I was hoping you were
it's
just gonna
like
put me-
It's like Botox.
Yeah.
So I will give you advantage on charisma checks.
Ooh.
it's me when the yerba mate kicks in.
Yeah.
Give him those good talk drugs.
Yeah. You just feel this tiny little prick, and you're just like, ooh, you feel confident.
Yeah, it's like a cup of
I
coffee.
feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I made
I'll
it
kind of,
caffeine,
like,
but it's really just, like, one
get a
beer.
better posture up on the railing.
I do like the idea of Kai taking on the role as our like secret doper.
Yeah.
I've been doing it all along.
Yeah, he's been shooting us up left and right.
You think that quiche wasn't full of steroids? You are mistaken.
So I'll say again with a bit more confidence. I'll be like,
Right then, what's all this?
And they were kind of have just been observing the ship and like kind of seeing what this is all about. And when you say that, they kind of all three snap up and look at you. And the two like Ivy Vinias grab their spears and smack them to the ground. And one of them steps forward and he goes, "You do not speak to the representative in that way." And the other one clears his voice and goes, "This is the Arch of Elodius, a representative of the Trellis sect of Dugan, and you will treat her so." And with that, we will take a break real quick at the halfway mark, and we will find out who this is when we come back from the break.
Cool.
Cool.
Very cool. We're
Been
meeting
hoping for some
politicians.
fancy named people. Yeah.
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
ourselves a fancy
plant.
vine.
That was an excellent
Ow.
fucking hour. of
Plant
D&D. That was
plant
so good.
negotiations.
That was good.
We demand sunlight and a spot by the window.
By the way, viewers, the plants behind Jordan,
Yes,
100%
say
real.
hello. This
Touch
is-
him. Touch him.
This
Yeah.
this is Helen and this is Roy.
He brought them in. He just
It's
brings them
different
around
names
with
than
him.
earlier.
They're inside plant. Oh yeah, I told these guys that their names were Diane Keaton and Ghostface Killer.
They're inside plants. Is that what you said?
They're inside plants, much
Like
like
inside
me.
cats. Yeah.
They're
They,
little
don't let them
zebra
out. They wander around the neighborhood. They get fucked up. Yeah.
Kill a ton of birds.
I literally, I literally took them outside today and they wilted. They hated it.
Yeah. That simply happened to me
On
today, too.
stream.
Yeah, right.
Now I'm just
Tag yourself.
They
Now I'm
say
just
pets look like their
picturing you-
owners.
Now I'm just picturing you walking around your apartment with two plants. Just
Wanna,
like,
wanna go for a
cooking.
walk, babies?
Dragging them on a leash.
All right, get us out of here. We're going to break.
All right.
See
All
you in a
right.
little bit. Bye.
drink
I'm gonna
pee,
take the
everybody.
plants for a walk.
All right, we're back. So
What was that title again? I'm sorry. It was great, and I want to hear it again.
the title of
Yeah.
Vinia's title.
Oh yeah. So yeah, there are these 3 vine humanoids standing outside the ship. 2 of them are like ivy. Their body seems to be like built of an ivy-like. The other one is like a more thick vine and a riverbank grapevine. Thank you very much. And her title that was announced is one of the Arches of Elodius, a representative of the Trellis sect of Dukin.
What?
Yeah.
Sounds terribly impressive.
As I'm standing there looking at them, and he's telling me this title, with my free hand, I'm going to put it in my pocket where I have a small, well-worn copper piece. How
Okay.
far away is this, the thick, viney lady?
She's about 100 feet from you all.
Great. I'm going to touch this little worn copper piece, and I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts, surface level Detect Thoughts on her. I can get an idea of what's on her immediate mind.
Does she know? We've done this before, and I can't remember.
Not unless
No.
I push for like it's like surface level thoughts, like whatever she just happens to be thinking about right now. I get without a wisdom saving throw, and she doesn't know that it's happening. But if I probe, she gets a wisdom saving throw, and afterwards she knows that I did it.
Wonderful. Okay,
She's
cool.
thinking,
Thank you.
don't let the cats near me. They pee on me.
She is thinking. You can immediately tell she's very composed. As you know, you've gotten these thoughts before, and these are very like regimented thoughts. And I don't know what that means, but it's there. And
Yeah.
she is. You can feel a level of her being impressed, and a level of worry, and a level of like pumping herself up. Oh my God, we just got Besner right now. Like, I checked it when the stream started,
Hey.
Oh,
and it was not approved.
oh, can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
just
can't
Hell
see it.
yeah! Second half surprise.
Second half surprise. There's
Oh.
Besner. Sorry, I just felt joy seeing
Oh,
that.
Bessner.
That's cool.
Little Besner.
So so she is impressed, worried, and kind of like pumping herself up.
Okay, so the same with me. Great.
Yeah.
As an action, I can move this to other creatures I could see. I'll go ahead and pass it over to these 2 viney boys with the spears.
Yeah, the one who spoke first is kind of pissed off, and but it comes from a place of anxiety. And the other one is,
Doesn't it always?
Yeah.
yeah. The other one is just straight up worried, and also kind of like trying to be brave.
Great. And then I will move it back to her eminence.
Okay, cool. Are you saying anything to them after they've kind of like?
Oh,
shouted
after they
out
said
to-
the title? And I'm writing the high of K.A.I's cocktail, and
Insane drug cocktail.
since it's painless, I don't even know that he gave it to me. So I'm just feeling it. I've got this new hat. Everything is coming together. It's great. So yeah, after he gives the title, I'll be like,
And is that supposed to impress me?
God, he's so cool.
Okay, cool. Let's have you roll a. I want you to roll just a straight charisma check.
cool. I've got
Moonboy
it
does look
glowing
at
through my veins. And so I have advantage on that, correct?
Yep.
Oh my god! I would tilt the camera down. Nat 20 plus.
Yeah, there it is.
That was the most suspenseful dice. It was like it spun for quite a
Yeah,
while.
that was the most suspenseful dice in this game so far.
You're right.
Says the man who
Me
survived on one
yelling
single
at a
dice roll.
plant.
Yeah. For a tiny second, Windrider seems as cool to everyone in the room as he does to Moonboy all of the time. Like, even you all are a little
guys see
impressed
it.
on his kind of like bad boyness right now. And you know what? Flute, you see Relic out of the corner of your eye, who's up on deck with you. Go, nice. Like,
Well,
The Moonboy
Windrider's
yells
year is made.
to Windrider, and he goes, "Yes, so cool! You truly are the Windrider,
I'll kind of like motion, like back, like yeah, come on.
and nobody else."
And you see the two vine like sentries kind of like grab their spears and like flex their shoulders, and the royalty of sorts behind you. What did you her eminence behind them laughs and puts her viney arms on the shoulders of her two guards, and she goes, "It is okay. They are not. He is being gruff, and that is understandable." She says, "Please, what may I call you?"
And I'll say the proudest I've ever said it.
You can call me the Windrider.
I feel like there should be music that plays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, you just get lucky, and there's like a little breeze
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
comes
with
in,
that,
like
nat,
a
with
ripple.
that nat 20, yeah, it just kind
Bessner
of...
is blowing a little fan behind his head. His wings are...
yeah.
Throw some Bessers
Click
in the chat.
blows on her new lips.
Oh, that's right, you've got the new thing. Yeah. Just elf breath and... You haven't eaten an elf in a long time. I apologize for even saying it.
And she's like, "Well, the Windrider, yes. May I come aboard? I would like to speak with your crew. I can leave my guards behind. I solely would like to speak with you all."
Windrider, what does she want?
She wants to come aboard. Run it by the captain.
Captain?
Yeah.
It's
Can we
someone...
bounce?
No, not yet. It's... The visitor is someone called... What was the title again?
What was the title again?
What was your title again?
Oh, excuse me. I am one of the Archers of Elodius, a representative of the Trellis sect of Dugan.
Fuck.
Yes, that.
The Duke of Dukedom.
The arch...
That's not real. I know from Regna, and that's not real. So she's probably lying. Should we go?
Melodious is
An arch of Velodius?
Okay, hold on. I'll go through it slowly. I'm an arch.
She's an arch.
I'll just kind of have the sending stone out with the, like, so it's like...
Say it louder.
It's picking
Louder.
I'm an arch of Elodius.
An arch of Velodius.
A
representative
representative
of
the Trellis sect
Trellis sect.
of Dugan.
Trellis sex. It's
Dugan.
disgusting.
sect of Dugan.
Purple monkey dishwasher.
I apologize. Some idiot. I don't know what idiot named these places, but I apologize. Sorry. She
Oh,
doesn't
it's
say
good. Just had to get it down. An arch of Aurelius.
I'll post it later. All right. I promise.
Let's say we
Yeah,
get
you-
it to
yeah.
Goliathan.
Truly. And he goes, oh shit, an arch is here? Like, you get through that part. She's like, an arch is here? Yeah, let her on board. Jesus.
The captain says let her on board.
She's let her on
She's
board.
very... I don't know who she is, but she's definitely very important if she's an
Some
arch.
kind of a local rock star.
Right. Captain says you can come aboard.
And I'll
Thank you.
motion to the gangplank.
You can see the other two vine sentries just kind of like grumbling and shaking their heads at this. And, if the plank comes down, she walks up, and as she's pulled her hood back a bit and kind of like has left her cloak down with the sentries, she looks powerful. She's just like the size of Klik. She's tall. She looks athletic. It's hard to exactly tell what an athletic vine humanoid looks like, but and she again is just all throughout full.
I'm in a long time,
Yeah.
Good upper body strength.
I've had detect thoughts on her this entire time while we've had this conversation. Were there any notable changes in her thoughts?
Yes, she is amused.
Okay.
Not it just like she's kind of having fun a
Great.
little bit, and that worry is still there, and all that is still there, but she is enjoying this kind of like farce of explaining herself.
We strive to bring
and-
that out of people.
And real quick, and I could roll a history if you want for me to. Didn't someone tell us that the Witters were hiding in an arch as well?
You would know this. I won't make you roll for this. The ship that they are is their kind of like home base that you know. It's like a big like cruise ship size thing that a lot of them live on is called the Arch.
Okay, so an
Yeah.
unrelated arch.
Unrelated thing.
Just
Yeah.
making sure, because now that I've heard this, I was like,
Good
great.
point. I don't know why I did that, but that's how it is.
Arches,
So,
the arches of the arch.
Arch is a cool
Yeah.
word. All right.
So she walks aboard, and she has again, she's made of these like big thick vines that like compose her body, but she does have like water actively like moving and swirling throughout her whole body, and you can see with her hood down too, it kind of like makes up her hair. She has like water sitting on her head that kind of like goes down, and it looks like 3 rivers flowing into each other as like a braid that down her back.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
And she does not have eyes, mouth, anything, correct?
No, they
If
are
I
just kind of
remember
like
what these look like.
Yeah, they are hollow sockets that are there, and her mouth is there's something that opens like a mouth, but there's no like teeth or anything in there.
My God, she's beautiful.
Truly.
I like this Moonboy crutch.
Arch, can I get you anything? A glass of water? Some dirt?
Do not make this poor woman a moon boy.
I'm not. I would never. I'm just trying to
Perhaps-
take care of our guests.
Some tea?
I knew that actually would some tea would be delightful. Yes,
Okay.
Right.
with a large amount of honey, please.
We can arrange for that.
Great, wonderful, thank you.
You're sweet enough already. He winks.
She makes a little like snap with her like vine hand, and she's like, "Now, don't be fresh."
Oh, sorry.
I still got detect thoughts on her. What does she think about Moonboy's flirting?
It's like she brushes it off. She's
Okay.
not even like fazed by it. She's just kind of like has to deal with diplomats, which is much worse than flirting. So,
Yeah, I will send Bess
Also
off
involves
to the kitchen.
some gross flirting.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the worst.
I'll sit like
I'll
just
just-
straddle on the railing so I can see the guards, and I'll be able to watch her from where I'm just sitting.
Sure. She goes, well, and also, I appreciate you taking the effort to convey my title, but you may call me, well, it is just us conversing, you may call me Riparia.
Paria.
Yes. Quite the ship you have here.
Thank you.
She's kind of like dropped a little bit of her too. You notice that now she's on board and like just with you all, she's dropped a little bit of her like affected fancier speak, I guess is the way. She's now a little bit more loose and relaxed, and she finds a barrel to sit on and kind of like sits down and crosses her legs next to you all, water swirling at that the whole
When
time.
she says quite the ship you have here, does she recognize her ship? Does she know what this ship is?
do an
in her thoughts.
oh yes,
Okay.
She knows
She,
the ship.
she knows. She knows.
she's
what
being a little
talking about.
sassy with
Okay.
like no, quite the ship you have here.
Okay, cool. I can also do an insight check if you want.
No,
if
I
it's
think
not so
I think
clear.
with detect thoughts, this is all surface level. She's not like hiding anything. She's being intentionally a little bit sassy. So she goes, "You all have quite the reputation in Firma so quickly too. Many people work very hard to be as well known as you are."
We've been doing our best to try to prevent that, but it seems that renown is following us wherever we go.
Yes, your marketing campaign is too good. And she like points right here, and a scroll kind of like wiggles its way out of her finger, and it unfurls, and you all can see what you all as humans would recognize as a wanted poster, and it says "Intergalactic Malfactory, and it has a picture of Goliathan and the four of you, and Relic. And Relic is like stoked that
Yeah,
he was
I
on
almost
there.
fall off the railing. I'm so happy to see this.
What does malfactory mean?
Criminal.
In what sense? We haven't been a criminal. Did
we
you
have-
guys criminal?
You look at Relic like,
Okay,
We
we have
have
one
acted in
tiny criminal.
We've acted in defense of ourselves and our interests only.
We were attacked as soon as we arrived. There's not much we could do.
And our captain
Yes.
was kidnapped.
all fair points. I have no argument against you.
You just
And
have
so?
the wanted poster.
Oh, that's these the Meridian Tract just thinks they can post whatever they want wherever they want it here. It's quite frustrating.
Social media is hard for everyone.
It is
Sorry.
very addicting. She looks at you all and she goes, so and you then right as she begins to like launch into it, Goliathan comes bursting out of the door with his like hat on and shirt tucked in, and he goes, "Y'all did you? I'm so sorry, your arch. That if there was any," and she goes, "Please do not. Are you the captain?" Goliathan's like, "Yes, I am." She's like, "Please join us then." He's like, "Yep, yeah, absolutely."
The Moonboy would like to ask the captain, is she cops? Is she cops?
No, she's one like a collective of captains on the ship. She interrupts him and he goes, "I am an elected representative of the council, the Rizal Council, which is the main collective decision maker of Firma Regna." And Goliath goes, "She's powerful. We did not have any sort of enforcer of rules until the widowers arrived with their assertions."
So pirates are your cops?
They are some. They are the cops of some. That is correct. Not mine.
Seems like
She
a
kind
poor
of like
system.
smirks a little bit.
As Besna arrives, I will pour tea for her.
Ooh. Thank you. She kind of like gives a small bow to Bessner and
With
takes
a
her
great
tea.
deal of honey, as requested.
Sweet. She says. She
And
says,
just,
well,
oh, sorry.
no, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, and just my spell only lasted a minute, so it died
Okay.
a while ago. Basically, after the last time I checked.
Great. She goes,
Enhanceability lasts for an hour, so.
Cool.
"So what are you all going to do?"
I've got some shoes I'm waiting on. Bit of a
Good.
custom order. They were pretty expensive.
Where did you go for your shoes?
What was the name of the? It was a little mold guy, and there was a kind of a space mantis, sort of like our friend Klik here. I can't remember the name of the. Not good with
Described everyone
remembering.
here.
She says, "Do a bit more description." Well, I looked up the name of it exactly.
It was shoes and oddities.
That's what it was.
yes,
It was
shoes and
shoes and magical oddities, right?
Right.
Oh, she says, "Yes, you picked the best place to go for some cool shoes." She kind of like
Totally.
winks a little bit and yes, she goes, "Oh, whoosh, whoosh, yes. A sassy one, but great shoes." She goes, "So, that also," she kind of is like thinking, it's like, she's like, "That makes sense. That's why he's was one of the ones taken." And she kind of like is intentionally like looks at you all's reaction to that.
Taken?
Uh-oh.
Did they leave the shoes? Were the shoes okay?
No, in fact, they cleared out his whole workshop.
On, my feet are so cold.
Who did?
The Meridian Tract. Let me see. Do you all know anyone named Leaf?
Leaf.
Do we?
A bush, runs a dock. He's
Oh.
a bush humanoid.
We've met him. We docked there when we arrived.
Yes.
And I know about your involvement with Swan.
Yes.
Swan.
Yes, it was where Swan's, or not Swan's ship, but our other friend that
Swan
we
met
made.
us at the dock.
Yeah, Swan was the moss man that's Goliath's friend. OOC.
Leaf owned the dock that Angus's ship was docked at.
Right.
Oh, yes.
She's thinking, and she's like, that makes sense. Why all of those people are now missing. Both Swan, Leaf, Whoosh, and his grasshopper companion.
Oh, no.
All taken by the Meridian Tract.
Ugh.
That is upsetting.
Do you have an idea where they were taken?
Depends. I choose not to speak with Ventress, so I do not know if they are either on his ship or on the Widower's ship out that is docked off of our shores.
What is the relationship between the Meridian Tract and the Widowers?
A good question, she
Yeah.
says. And kind of like her water, like the water of her body kind of like goes into a wave a little bit when you say like her hair kind of like pops up as she's starting to like feel a little, like look a little sharp and just like excited.
It seems that the Widowers are a vassal organization.
Yes. They're a bit, they were a bit weak and looking for a direction, you could say, foothold. And they found it by aligning themselves with the Meridian Tract, which I hear some of them don't like, and none of us like. So the Meridian Tract gave them the power to be enforcers of the law here.
And where's this Meridian Tract based?
They are quite the thing, all over a bit. They are more of, they have a central ship, a ship the size of a planet that floats all throughout. A bit hard to track down, and they like it that way. They grow their ships there, and then they send sects out from it. It seems that you all have already caught Ventress's eye. You may have seen his moth-winged ship out and about. He is very upset that you all are here, and even more
He
upset.
followed us here.
I'm
Is
sure
his
he
ship,
did.
Is his ship still here?
It is.
Now, if something was to happen to that ship here, would we be implicated? Would the archers be happy about that?
The ones who are currently enforcing the delinquency of your crew are the widowers. And if they were not here, I doubt that any grievances against you would be held. Except for Garlic, who also was taken, and I hear he's quite pissed about it too. I know that your
He doesn't
association
like
with
us.
that one.
He doesn't
Yes,
like us.
Garlic is very grumpy, she says.
Yes, grumpy garlic.
I heard the story of your interactions with him, and the fact that he was taken as a result of it under custody is really going to rub him the wrong way. But he's
is
just grumpy.
Literally the one who called the cops.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm not
That's what
surprised.
happens.
Could we just, for 1 minute, and the Moonboy kind of points under the table to everyone, and he goes under the table.
Cool.
He wants you guys to come down and have a conversation with him.
She goes, "Oh, look. And she just like walks away knowingly, kind of like giving you something. And she's like, a ballista shooter. And she walks over to the front, just like distracted. And yeah, and you all the only ones out here. It seems like Goat and Cobble have not really been a part of this.
Sure,
But Relic is out there.
thrilled to show her around the ballista.
No, in fact, he comes under the table with you all and is like, what are we going to do, guys?
I don't think she would
Goliath's
come-
under the table too, and it's like,
Yeah, I'll come over. I'll hop off the rail and come over.
I don't think she would come to us with this information if she didn't want us to act on it.
Yes, but it feels like she can't say it, you know?
Perhaps.
Klik stoops and gets on her hands and knees and crawls very bug-like, oddly, across the ground on 6 legs.
the table's lifted up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Next to you.
All Harry and
She
Anderson.
kind of stoops to she's like, do you mind if we stand?
No, this happens under the table.
Well, Whoosh showed us kindness, and I would like to see him freed.
I would like to rescue them, but Captain,
Yeah.
we should be getting paid for this, right?
Well, I mean, I'm not in much of a position to negotiate, but if you want to try to, I don't think anything official will happen.
Also, we
Seems like
benefit from this ship not following us.
Sure, I could talk to her. And the Moonboy takes his hat off and smooths his hair, but like half a croissant falls out of the hat when he does it.
Flute? I mean, Windrider. Sorry, you look alike.
No, not really.
He does look a little bit like Flute, doesn't he?
Guys,
Anyway.
no, go ahead.
Oh, well, perhaps you could talk to her about that if it's something we want to pursue, but...
Goliathan raises his hand.
Yes, Captain.
Oh, thank you. Guys, I think this means like button up against Ventress, which I think probably I could just solve this by turning myself in.
Well, then we'd be trapped here.
You
We
told me
wouldn't
you
have a crew.
Yeah, I'm sure you could negotiate yourself a ship. Just, I mean, actually, he kind of like looks, he like stares off in the distance for a second, and then he's like, yeah, I mean, look, I think if I went over there and turned myself in, y'all could probably get out of here with the ship and just leave me behind. And if I knew you all were taking care of their ship, it would put my heart at rest a little bit and would.
I
the
think they
Moonboy
want-
interrupts him and kind of takes him aside. He's like, "You said you showed me you knew a moon girl. You have to show me. You have to take me to her."
You're the captain.
And they won't
You're
stop
the-
looking for the ship just because they have you.
And I've seen what the widowers do to prisoners, Captain. You just as likely to walk the plank out in space as you are to rot in a cell.
Yeah, you hate walking.
Well, it's
Also-
like, what else do they do? Say more.
Not
what
to
else?
mention, none of us can pilot this ship.
I mean, you could.
That we know of.
I mean,
I think it's out of the question, Captain.
Let's give them Relic.
Relic's
Relic
like,
here?
yeah, he's with you, and he like starts to agree. He's like, hey, shit, God, don't do. What do you mean?
Kid, I'm
It
mostly
seems that-
kidding.
The Meridian Tract probably has taken these prisoners to try to draw us out.
And you hear Riparia's voice go, "That's true." She walks
This
back
is
over.
table business.
Sorry, I just want to say that has been explicitly stated. And she kind of like slips the wanted poster under there.
Oh, I want that wanted poster.
Yeah.
I'll snatch it up. That's going into my satchel.
As she's like leaned down and her like watery braid has like fallen down there too, and she's like, "Yes, it says if someone could be held accountable for their crimes, they would go free." As she kind of like points to the bottom, and you can see that there's like specific language around that.
Is there a reward for us as well?
Yes, there is a 1,000 gold piece reward for any information that leads to the capture of your crew and the ship.
Is there a description of the ship as well?
It just says a golden caravel.
Alright.
It seems like enough information.
Yeah.
Seems like plenty.
This is amazing.
What do you suggest, Your Eminence?
Oh, am I allowed under the table?
Yes, you can come under the table.
She sits
I don't
down.
even. Sometimes I don't even know why we have an under the table rule.
She her like vine body shifts into something that resembles being cross-legged, and she sits down with you, and she's just like glowing a little bit, like she's enjoying this, and she's like, I see. If I was in your position, which I am not, I would go take those prisoners back, and she thinks and she goes, if you could sink, I hear you all are pretty good at sinking ships.
I'll kind of go a bit green.
Yeah. I was gonna say I shift uncomfortably.
We have some
Good
experience.
Yeah.
at is a strong
No,
Have
it
done.
was
More
honestly,
like
you guys.
have done.
have.
It was
Sunk.
great. We saw it. It was incredible.
She goes, good. Well, I imagine that if you sunk the arch, then the widower's ship, they would have nothing to do but kind of regroup in another location.
Seems inefficient. Well,
Okay, well, I'm in.
But that's just me. There are lots of ways to handle this problem.
I need those shoes, guys. And these people were kind to us.
They were.
Do you have
can't-
any idea where these people were taken?
Yes. I mean, they're either on Ventress's ship or they're on the arch. So,
Right.
in my mind, again, if I was you, she says, holding up her viney hands, and she goes, you could either eliminate Ventress from the picture, which, oh boy, that'd put some heat on you, but would solve a problem, as he seems to be the one with. And girl, I think goes, I know. I know. She goes, oh, okay. She kind of like fake tips a cowboy hat to him, and he goes, or, you can buckle the knee of the widowers. I think if you buckle one knee or the other, your position will be fine. But as you have proved your strength, causing them to need to retreat from Aregna, and I assure you that the diplomatic hole that is created will be filled no problem. We will not allow this to happen again, she says plainly, like looking sternly. And she has been kind of like fun to talk to, and now is like, like, I'm pissed about this happening.
Could we rely on the support of your organization off the record, perhaps?
And the Moonboy's really going to try to read this answer with all of his moonish acumen.
Sure, you can do an insight check as she says, we cannot officially interact in any way. We cannot, a sword cannot be drawn from anyone who is associated with Firm Aregna officially.
But you are here.
Am I? She says, She looks around and she's like, I see no proof of that.
I take your point. I'm speaking only of your intentions.
And I'm going to
Yes.
remember what Moonboy said earlier and kind of pipe in like,
And this seems like it might be a boon to you, then perhaps you could make it worth our while?
Sure, roll a persuasion check. And yeah, let's also, Kai, you can do one too.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I withdraw my insight check.
No, do it though. Do it. Do it.
I rolled a natural goddamn 20.
Yes!
hey, I got a
That's
good
so
one too. I got a
charming.
dirty 20.
Ooh, a
Thanks to
dirty
my-
and a clean 20?
Yeah.
I got a 16.
Like a gimbus and bimbus.
Like a couple of gimbus, like a couple of O-pirates in a pod.
Okay, great. She smirks and she's like, I like the way you play your cards. And Goliath's like, well, thank you. I just kind of like grumbling, and he's like bashful this whole time. He's like not chiming in, and you've seen him be very assertive, and he is absolutely like looking at his toes. And she's like, if you can, absolutely. I'm happy to provide some monetary compensation from a fund that will be provided to you from a. You know what? She thinks for a second. She's like, I'm sure that Leaf will come into some money that he'd be happy to share for being able to reopen his dock and having his name cleared. And she thinks again for a second, and she goes, I'm happy to provide you with a location and safety from if you need a place to camp out again from any retaliation you might seek. I cannot help you in attacking. I cannot help you. I cannot provide resources for you to attack. What I can help you with is the results of your attack.
She's offering kind of a safe house or something?
Yes. Yeah. She's offering you like diplomatic immunity here in Regna, pretty
great.
much. Yeah.
Can I
money.
apply my 16
money.
insight to that
Sure.
to sense the
Sure.
nature thereof, the
Sure.
truthfulness?
Moonboy, you don't know much about the politics of the world, but you do get just the slightest quiver from her that is, you know that she only, like you were saying, everyone dies, everyone has these limitations. She only has so much power in this world, but she is being honest with her willingness to kind of like flex her muscles for you all. Yeah.
Okay. He the Moonboy kind of catches K.A.I's eye and gives him a nod that they've done before that says like she's on the level.
Cool.
Okay.
You have a deal.
Great. Well, I will send information for you. In the form of, she kind of thinks, and she's like, I'll send one of these kids back to you all. They seem to enjoy your company. She kind of like gestures at the two Vine boys, who one of them has like a viney top knot, and the other one clearly has a bunch of like piercings in his facial region that are just like kind of look like nails through wood, but
Nice.
He's,
That's awesome.
Oh, he's badass.
He's got a sweet
Sure.
Slipknot face.
Whoa.
seems like these
Top knot and Slipknot.
viney boys might make for good spies then.
Or
Spies-
bodyguards for
spies
the
for
ship.
who?
I'll kind of gesture at us.
They're known to be associated with me, so they won't, blend into the background.
Oof. Rare whiff
suppose-
by the Moonrider.
We will await. We'll await your information.
Sounds good. She says,
More tea.
No, it was delicious. I have had my sugar for the day, and if I have any more, my stomach will hurt. And you see, like, some of like the water just kind of like swirls around in her stomach, and she just like winks at you.
Moonboy's like, ah!
Jealous of the wink.
Yeah.
How can
Okay.
you tell that a woman
give
without
Moonboy a look
eyes
like-
is winking?
Not worth it, bud.
She has
like,
no eyes.
The socket like
Just
fully
like,
closes. Yeah. Yeah.
You hear it more than anything.
You're like, ugh.
A little leaf.
Sounds like that noise that drag queens make.
Cute. Like a little leaf that pops in and goes out. Cute.
Cool. She's gonna be like, it was delightful meeting you all, and I hope that you all someday can come visit me in my establishment.
I hope so too.
Yes.
And
It's
what
in Elodius,
establishment- What
you know.
establishment? Oh,
It's in the center ring. You know the spires that come up from the middle. I'm one of the people who occupy those spires. So, my title, one of the arches of Elodius, a representative of the Trellis sector.
Representative of the Trellis sector. Dugan. Yes.
Yes. Okay, well, I hope to see you in my court someday, and good luck. Don't die.
Thank you. We'll do our best.
Goliath like takes his hat off and bows down. He's like, "Thank you for blessing the presence of my ship." And she's like, It is my pleasure. And she gets off and walks away.
The Moonboy looks at his friends and he goes, "Preparation montage?"
Everyone nods all at once. And the music begins.
Sharpening swords.
Kai's making pancakes.
Yeah.
Klik is
I'm going
Klik
to
is
put that.
spitting in a bucket, making.
I'm definitely putting the wanted poster right where my hammock is with the spare dagger. Shunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think Flute is like looking in the mirror in the scene. It's like the camera's on him, and you think he's looking in the mirror, but he's really just looking at the poster. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Cool. Well, yeah. I mean, we can call it there for the night if you guys want to. Unless you want to do. I mean, you have plenty of time. There's no real time frame for this except for you all kind of like staying out of the way and avoiding things. If you want to do anything before. You again, like next session, you don't have to jump straight into this. So if there are things you want to do outside of this, this is more of just she has come to you all with this blessing of Firma Regna to handle this.
I mean, this is all the Moonboy wants to do. He wants to go right away.
Cool.
We need to get you some shoes, man.
That's how we're going to get them. It's a shoe rescue
Seems
mission.
like
A rescue mission.
Very dangerous shoe shopping. I do think before we leave Firma Regna, Klik wants to she's just keeping an eye out for any sort of Chachcha, if there is one available, since there are Kreens here, that potentially there's Kreen weaponry. I didn't really think of this during our shopping day. I think she would be ashamed of having to purchase one.
Is this
But-
your...
Maybe we could trade. We have a +1 great axe
Yeah.
that we
So,
could maybe trade for a different magical weapon. Would free up one of my infusions.
For chat, Chachcha is
Wait.
like a... Yeah,
Sorry.
no, go
Can
ahead.
we do this in character real quick?
Yeah,
Can we
okay.
be like, Girl Athens like,
yeah.
well, I'm not sure what the plan is. Is there anything y'all want to do before we? He kind of like looks nervous and is like dive in there.
Well, because there are Kreen here, I thought maybe I could find myself a Chachcha.
I don't know what that is.
Chachki. It's like a little statue on the shelf. It's like it could be a Hummel or a little like
You
a
got a
baby.
bunch of those.
It's a
Well,
it's a Chachka, sort of. It's
What?
a Chachka. It's
Okay.
It's a very precious Tohr-Kreen weapon for throwing. It's made out of Docile, the same thing my weapon is made out of. But I thought maybe since there are other Thry-Kreen here that they'd have some.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, why haven't you just made one?
Well, mine is gone.
And Relic is like, what? Where did it go? Well, what do you mean? Couldn't you just make it otherwise? Like, I lose daggers all the time.
Once you have made one, that's your weapon. But perhaps I could find one just to borrow for a time.
Relic is like, I feel like I'm missing something. Do you, like, bond your soul with it or something?
No, it's... I just wouldn't feel right making a second one when mine was taken from me.
Taken?
When I was forced to leave home, they took my Chachcha from me, and I didn't deserve to have it anymore. But I've grown as a warrior, and I can have one. I think I could have one.
Hell yeah,
I
you
could have
can.
one.
I think so too.
Let's take a vote. Gerlathan looks around. He's like, I'm a captain, but like, I feel like we're doing this a bit more as a group here anyway. So, all in favor of Klik deserving her spit weapon? No. That sounds. I want it to be more.
It's called a war loogie.
Yeah.
It's
Warrior's
Joshka.
birthright.
Yeah, Joshka. Yeah.
It's a-
Got it.
Complicated boomerang. Sharper boomerang.
All in favor?
I
Aye.
All right, it's settled. Well, yeah, you go get that. Stay out of sight, and I'll see if I can talk to. And you see the workers who have been who kind of like parted ways in a way that you thought was fear, but now you realize was reverence. Are like working back on the ship. He's like, I'll see if I can talk to him about making sure we're in good enough shape to bring this bad boy with us if we need to.
I can go with you, Klik, if you'd like the company.
Sure. I would accompany
Yes.
you as well.
we should all go. Disguise montage?
That
Everyone
worked so
nods.
well last time. Moonboy whips out his newspaper with like the 2 eye holes cut in it.
Click
Puts the
time.
hat
Big
on
bow.
over it, tucks the
Chow.
newspaper in.
Kai's holding up one wig with a ponytail and one without a ponytail.
One that's just a ponytail.
Yeah.
It's all ponytails.
Cool. Okay, and I say let's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if we're gonna go out into the night, I do think we at this point out of character we can't cross the street without getting looks. We're celebrities for
Yeah.
good or ill at
That's
this
what I mean.
point.
Yeah.
They're-
it's
they're-
it's
yeah,
not
they're-
a great time to go shopping.
Yeah.
But
It's still earlier in the morning
Yeah, it's
too, so
like-
you have
yeah.
all day. Yeah.
Okay.
we just rested. I don't know. I'm not very good at
I
disguising
could
myself.
go out
but-
in disguise myself.
That's
If you
not a
get
bad
our
idea.
hands on a disguise kit, I can use it.
Well,
Cool. All right.
I
Well,
can. Yeah.
let's let this be a problem we solve.
another
at the
time.
beginning. At the beginning of the next session, is you all need to get about town, do a couple things, and then
I should have done this 2 days ago, but
it's
well,
okay.
so embarrassing.
Yeah.
No, there's other stuff that we can get out there too. I frankly could use a little time to make a plan.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll see what happens with your day here now that you all are wanted in this area by the officials who are seemingly enforcing things, and then you all can prepare in whatever way you
Wanted
need to.
level 5 stars.
Truly.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. All right. Great. That's our session for tonight then.
Thanks
That was
everybody
very
for
cool.
watching.
That was a
You're
Thanks,
the
Dad.
best.
Yeah, that was a truly sick one.
You're the best.
I love seeing the little new Besners. They look so good in chat too,
They're
with
so
their
cute,
little
they're so
blue aura.
glowy.
Yeah,
They're so good.
So cute.
cool.
Yeah. Very
Thanks,
cool.
thanks everyone for subscribing and
Yeah.
supporting. There's lots of cool ways to do it too. If you want more than emotes, check out our Patreon. There's a bunch of cool stuff there. The Vinias that we're on here tonight are a homebrewed ancestry that Andrew and I have been tweaking, and we're gonna release this month that you all can play in your games if you want to.
I played this one. It was very fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Amazing.
We're tweaking the blind sight, so
I'm on board now. I like
Yeah.
that they can't see beyond 60 feet.
yeah.
Totally.
yeah.
Harlan and I have a talk show on this very channel Thursdays at 5:30 Mountain. It's called The Dungeon. We chat with game masters about running tabletop games. There's a big archive of them on YouTube if you want to check them out. Lots of fun guests.
They're
This
great.
week we have a game designer and video game and board game designer and dungeon master Andy Ashcraft just wrapped up a 16-year campaign.
Wow.
He's gonna be our guest, and we're gonna chat about a 16-year campaign. Holy
Yeah.
crap!
How do you
He's
close
comedian
that?
Jackie Cashian's partner, and we're gonna have
cool.
Jackie next week to get her opinion.
Yeah,
of
that's
the
so great.
16
Ugh,
Little
She's the
two-parter.
game. Yeah.
They're
That's
a
the
delight.
best.
They're a wonderful couple.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
Tune in on
incredible.
Thursday.
Totally.
Also, additional shout out to Big Top Studios.
Big Top Studio!
Making it happen. Pew, pew, pew. Also, please check out my channel. I'm Razor Lou here on Twitch. We've been playing Spellbreak. Are you guys aware of Spellbreak?
It's
No.
like Wizard
Only
Fortnite,
It
what
right?
you've
is
told me
fight
about.
fight wizards, and it's incredible. Come hang out, play fight wizards with us. Also, I just got a bunch of new emotes and badges on my site too that are all original art by me. You can see some of them in the chat there. So come hang out.
Cool.
I've been really enjoying watching you play Pokemon. It's been pretty fun
Dude,
too. So don't stop doing
Pokemon
that.
is
It's very fun.
my happy place.
Yeah.
The next thing I'm working on is a schedule. We're gonna do Pokemon days and then PvP days.
I can't wait.
Cool.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
I am the co-host on a Magic the Gathering podcast called The Commander Sphere. We just got some very cool news and have some cool episodes coming out, so please give us a listen if you're into that sort of thing.
Sweet.
I did comedy in a field yesterday.
People were there. He wasn't just standing there.
Just standing there yelling jokes into the wind,
Corn.
Just yelling at God to fight me.
but also
Coward!
bits. Yeah.
Look, Aaron got a job as a hilarious scarecrow.
He keeps the birds away with bits.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Cool. Well, that's it for tonight, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out, and we'll see you next week.
We love you. Tell
We
your
love
friends.
you. We truly do. Tell your friends about our show, please. All right. See ya.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humbly Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes.